Alright, this is my second try. Now, I got the motor in, this wasn't quite coming together. And when I finally got it really close, within 1/8 of an inch or so, with cranking on the bolts, this one and this one, just didn't feel right. Now the pins were lined up. These were all in their holes. These were all in their holes here. Okay, so these ones I was using to pull it together. Then these ones were lined up in the flywheel. And the gap looked pretty even, but it just wouldn't come together. And when I got it within 1/8 of an inch, I tested the flywheel, and I couldn't budge it for nothing. So then I got worried that the bell housing, or the torque converter, was not in far enough, or something else was going on. So when I loosened these two bolts, I could slowly turn the flex plate, is what they call it, actually. The flex plate. So I don't know what was going on. I took it out. The torque converter doesn't feel like it went in anymore. It's a 1/2 inch back. The guy says, "Oh, just see if you can put your fingers in the back." Well, I can't put my fingers in the back, but I don't know. It's because my hand, it's not because my fingers can't go back there. My hand reaches a point where it can't go in anymore. So that's another one of those silly word games you play with people. But I did see somewhere where they said put a straight edge across, which I did, and I measured to here, and it's a 1/2 inch. So what I did is I pulled it out and I lubed this, because maybe it was getting bound up. Oops, I'm gonna put shit there. And then I lubed here, and with some high heat lube that I had, grease. Hopefully it was maybe, but I don't know if that's the reason. It was just the angle. I took these off and put them in here because I had problems with clearance. I did get it out with them on. It would be so much easier to put it back in, but it was just, in order to let the motor slide in a little bit more, I think this is the way to go. Well, we're going to find out. I haven't got it in yet. So, okay, preset all the bolts, and the tranny was shifted over to this side, and it was tipped a little bit. So I shimmed it. So it's more or less straight now, and it's not shifted over to the side. And all the 4 bolts, main bolts, are preset. I mean, they're already in their holes, ready for me to go. Now, if they'll slide into the bell housing, they'll thread. That's for sure, because you got you see your pin. The bell housing is in place. So if the bolt will go into there, it should thread. Now, last time I was looking for this to be even on the bottom, but as you can see, it's just not even, and it never will be. But anyways, I don't know. Somehow now I'm thinking the gap was much small. No, that's about right there. That's where I was looking, right there in the corners. Okay, so there's where ignorance is not bliss at all. Now the adapter plate seems to be in the right place. These are all properly done. The thing in the back is properly against the back, whatever that spacer is. So, actually, theoretically, this should measure a 1/2 inch back. Let me measure that. Maybe the spacer's wrong for some reason. Maybe the torque converter is extra big, or for some reason it's just not quite in. That would be a mystery. But okay, because I did click it, felt it click, and then I rotated it and pushed on it, and still wouldn't go in anymore. So I don't know. I don't think it's that. I'm going to measure this with a straight edge. If it measures more than a 1/2 inch, then the problem is maybe that spacer. Then we got a problem I don't know the solution to until Monday. So I can talk to somebody who knows something. So, okay, that's all for now. I'm going to measure it, and then I'm going to try to put it back in if it measures reasonably close.